All right, here we go. I'm just gonna jump in, no knife or anything. Let's just see if we can tear this thing open here. Forgive my recording setup, it's crazy today because I'm away from home. So I'm just on my normal phone here. It starts to shake and things like that, you know why. Okay, let's see. Sweet, all right. That's cool. I like this because I believe I have one red case, one blue case from Smith's, and now a black case. So I've got, as I was mentioning earlier, I've got this Everest Special Edition on. This is actually my favorite watch. I love it. Even after purchasing my Grail watch, my Grand Seiko, this is still the one I think that does it the most for me. I also have the Smith's Navigator, so this is my third Smith's watch. What do we got here? Same case as before. PRS-60 Commander. Oh boy, this is exciting. Check it out. It's beautiful. Can't wait to see that gold on the back there. There it is. All right. Now the price on this thing is just unbeatable. With the exchange rate right now, this was $450, which includes the shipping. I think without shipping is about like 35 bucks, so it was like 415, I think, without shipping, and then 440 or 450 with shipping. I just have the feeling this is going to blow it out of the park for that money. Oh yeah, that case back looks awesome. Look at that. Oh wow. I love it where they're going with that case back, because the other two I have very simple case backs. Nothing wrong with them, but I love that contrast of that gold on there and how it has that sort of powdery finish around the crown. How do I turn off this autofocus? I'm not sure. Might just have to deal with it for this video since we're already in the middle. All right, let's get this off here. Ooh, boy. All right, so what's my first impression? It looks like the build quality is really good on this here. This ceramic insert, I believe it's ceramic. I don't think it's said on the site, but it looks ceramic. I love that little pop of red on the top. You can see here that the size, it being 38, and the coloring, that gilt coloring, kind of got a Black Bay 58 sort of style to it. Obviously, this one has the numerals instead, like the Explorer. Let's check the action on the bezel. That's nice. That's really nice. Really not a lot of backplay at all. This is honestly one of the my favorite actions that I've felt on my watches. I have maybe 6 divers. Lines right up. Good alignment here. Let's check the action of the crown. Little signed crown there. Feels good on the wind. No ghost date. Feels really good. Wind it up a little bit. Let's see how smooth. Oh, that's smooth. Almost no graininess in there. Let's see what this looks like on the wrist. I'm not going to size it until later, and then I'll have to put up maybe a review after a week of my impressions with it. Great size. My God, this is an amazing size. They should make more divers at this size here. Look how pretty that crystal is with the ceramic bezel. Take off my ring here. I don't want to scratch stuff. All right, let's look at the bracelet. So the fitment is excellent. These end links are perfect. They're perfect. I mean, there's no gap. Almost no gap at all. See a little bit of daylight here through the left, but you need a little bit so you can get it on and off. Like no wiggle at all. Still need to get that sticky off. I am a fan of female end links like this. See? Makes the watch a little bit more, usually makes it fit a little better. Now with a size like this, could have went with male as well. Male is kind of nice because it sort of keeps it on the center of the wrist a little bit better. I think this size, either would have worked. Male kind of looks a little cleaner as well, in my opinion, as long as it's not a big buck tooth sticking out the middle. But these are nice links. They are actually 3-piece links. I can feel a little bit of play in there. Let's check out the taper. Nice taper. I can't remember, but it looks like I mean, that's quite a taper. That looks almost like a 4mm taper. Let's take a look at the buckle here. Clasp. Nicely machined. It's real pretty. It's really pretty. Everything just looks really nice. Nice spacing. See, we got a polish on the edge here of the clasp. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 micro adjusts. That's nice. No extensions. No diver's extension and no on the fly adjustment. Not a big deal to me. Sort of like a cushion style case here. Sort of reminds me of Seiko design actually on the side here. Polished on the side. And then steps up to just circular brushing on the lugs. Let's try and spin this and catch the light, give you an idea of what this thing looks like. "300 meters water resistance" is what they're claiming here. That's a lot. Now, one thing about the design, I maybe would have liked to have seen something different. Instead of the 300 meters, I'm not sure what exactly or what font. It's really small in real life, so you don't really notice it. It just kind of balances out, makes it symmetrical top to bottom. I mean, it's nice. I don't have a good solution of what it could be otherwise. I really like the design of where it says Everest on here, and in special edition, it's hard to see the Everest. It would be nice on here, but Everest, I mean, that doesn't really make sense for a dive watch now, does it? It's a little bit of the opposite of climbing a mountain when you're diving. Overall, you know, even though it's a 38, it's a fairly substantial watch. It feels like it's got a little heft to it, and it's not overly small. As you can see, my wrist is 6 3/4 inches, and it doesn't look small on the wrist. I think this is a really good alternative to something like a Black Bay 58. I mean, I think that this looks great. I'm going to wear it for about a week and give an update on the styling, but I think from a build quality, just feeling the way that this ratchets, looking at how it's put together, it being really well aligned. Hey, Seiko. I mean, the quality of the bracelet here, the sizing, which really isn't available in a lot of divers. You know, this new fancy case back, highly adjustable clasp. I think this is a really, really nice watch. Looks like we got screws. Actually, are those screws? Yeah, we got screws on this side here. So I'm going to size this up later today and wear it around for a week and give an update. But I think right now, just from looking at it right here, if you like this design, this sort of retro-styled, simple diver design, especially if you like the size, this thing, honestly, comparing it to other things in the market, I feel like this probably competes against things up to the $1,000 mark and maybe beyond. I mean, I'm just holding it in hand, the quality of this thing, it doesn't feel out of place with something like, you know, I have a Traska Freediver. So that's a micro brand that, you know, is pretty highly spec'd for its price. It was $600. And I'd hold this right up against it. I kind of like this better because it's more plain and smaller. Yeah, I have some sort of mid-tier Zelos watches that are divers. And this just feels, as a package, very, very balanced. That's what I really like about these Smiths watches, and I'd say the same thing about this Everest. The more watches I own, the more I come to appreciate how they work as a complete package, right? And I have some watches that have really cool features on them, like really cool standout hands or indices or whatever, but this watch is just, the whole thing just works and flows. It's like one unit. I've come to appreciate that more and more, and I'd say this watch fits that description as well. All right, guys, I know this was a lot of just blabbering, but I just wanted to, since there's no reviews out there yet, I wanted to get several minutes of just spinning this thing around while I was blabbing so you can check it out. I believe the allotment for the orders, I think they may have put half of these up for sale this past Sunday, and maybe there's only going to be one more Sunday available for ordering these. So yeah, good luck on trying to snag one. Sometimes you have to be kind of lucky and be super, super quick when these come out. If you want some tips on how to order from Time Factors, which is the website that sells these watches, go ahead and watch my other video where I review the Aventurine watch, because in that video at the end there's some really good tips on how to make sure you can put one of these in, because I think these are probably going to be selling on the second market for at least double. I bet this is going to be more than $1,000 once these things sell out, which is going to be very quick. All right, guys, we'll catch you in the next one.